Well, hello there. Long time no see. Wow, it's been such a long time now. First hot tag of 2017, and it's on a Tuesday, which doesn't make much sense because Smackdown and 205 Live are until tonight. So how can I cover those? Oh wait, introducing, due to some scheduling conflicts, we will be doing 2 hot tag videos a week. So one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday. Tuesday's covering Raw, Wednesday's covering Smackdown and 205 Live. So you get to see my face a little more. You get to see my face an extra video a week. I mean, you already see me exclusively with the hot tag. Now you'll get 2 hot tags, and you'll get the Wrestle Recap podcast, and you'll get me on a pay-per-view. Oh my god. Blessed. All of us. Just so blessed. So last night we actually had a pretty eventful night on Monday Night Raw. We saw a title change. We saw a lot of the Royal Rumble card shape up a little bit. We got some new entrants, yada yada. So let's jump right into it. Wow, that font is just, it's pretty cramped in there, isn't it? So we were going to open the show with what I thought was going to be the main event of the U.S. title handicap match. Roman Reigns defending against Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. Braun Strowman would be a little bit pissed off about what happened last week on Monday Night Raw, where Roman and Goldberg teamed up and speared him. So he came out, exacted his revenge, interfering with the match. Match got pushed later on the night. Seth Rollins would come out, interfere or scramble a bit with Braun, and then they would have a match. So typical Monday Night Raw, not really knowing what they're doing up until the night of the show. So it segued right into Braun Strowman versus Seth Rollins, in which the two would just double count out, just to fill time, I guess. No sign of Sami Zayn. So I guess without seeing Sami Zayn, it kind of furthers the narrative that perhaps we do see that trade that's been arcing to a while back. I mean, Miz lost his Intercontinental Championship on Smackdown, and Sami got squashed by Braun, so I think, I guess we'll have to wait and see. We saw some Cruiserweight action, Jack Gallagher defeating Drew Gulak, and Jack Gallagher then offering a chance to parlay with Ariya Daivari on 205 Live. I don't know, I'm so over on Jack Gallagher. I think he's phenomenal. Can't wait to see him in the Cruiserweight Championship picture. And I'd love to see him, if they would, I don't know if they've ever entertained the idea now that if they would ever pull Cruiserweights off the show, put them just strictly on main roster. I don't know. I'm getting greedy. I'm really sold on Jack Gallagher. As advertised, Shawn Michaels came out to the ring, cut a promo, hyping the Royal Rumble in his hometown of San Antonio, Texas. Botch number 1. Rusev and Jinder Mahal and Lana would come out, talking a bunch of probably anti-American slander. I kind of zoned out, but then Enzo and Cass would come out to further that storyline. Enzo's still in the wheelchair, nursing that injury. God, they are really trying to just neuter him, aren't they, to try and push Big Cass. Cass would pick up a singles win over Jinder Mahal. Rusev keeps flaking off, so I don't know. I don't know why they're really taking the legs at Enzo. It's, pardon the pun, because of the whole wheelchair thing. Second Cruiserweight match Monday Night Raw saw the self-titled King of the Cruiserweights, Neville, defeat Lince Dorado in some pretty dominant fashion with a very gross crucifix choker submission hold right at the end. Lince tapping out pretty much immediately. It was great to see Neville mix it up because we know that the Red Arrow is an incredible weapon in his war chest, one of the most protective finishers in the company. But to see him do something a little bit different, finish an opponent off in a different way, was really interesting to see, and has me thinking that next time him and Rich Swann get in the ring, there may be a different result. Rich Swann would actually come out and try and make some type of scrap thrasheroony with Neville, and Neville pieced out. He wasn't having any of that. I suppose we'll have to watch 205 Live to see what comes to fruition there. Sheamus defeated Luke Gallows in single action while Carl Anderson and Cesaro were on the commentary desk. They would kind of get into some hijinks up on the ramp, which would cause a distraction for Luke Gallows. Sheamus picking up the win. Despite the fact that it seems like the club are in the tag team championship picture, they have no problem undercutting them like crazy. Carl Anderson plugging New Japan's IWGP Tag Team Championship, their reign, the club's reign over there, a lot during his time on the mic. I think either trying to cash in on that Wrestle Kingdom heat, or just trying to remind people that they are an established tag team, and it is hard to watch them be as underutilized as they have been so far on Monday Night Raw. Mick Foley was tasked with making sure that The Undertaker was actually in the arena as advertised, you know, for the last 2 weeks. And then last night they were like, oh, is he actually here? And anyway, he showed up, announced he's going to be in the Rumble, and promised victory. Oddly, just like everybody else who's announced they're going to be in the Rumble, so that's not going to work out very well at all. There can only be one winner. The only 2 women heels faced the only 2 face heels in the Raw Women division. That's Charlotte and Nia Jax defeated Bayley and Sasha Banks. Oh god, I really just find it hard to stomach Bayley and Sasha Banks. Bayley's promo just hurts me so much. It doesn't, like, I understand it's part of the character to be like this little, like, awkward, nervous, neurotic, like, underdog character, but it just doesn't sell well. Charlotte has this heelish confidence that it just exudes. At least Sasha has that confidence as well and wanting to be a pioneer in the women's division. Nia Jax is just a scary monster of a woman who dominates. Even Dana Brooke has a better sense of who she is and how to communicate on the microphone. Bayley just seems like she flops like a fish when she's put in front of that camera with a microphone. Her in-ring is fine, but it's just it sucks when she's inevitably going to become women's champion over Charlotte, because I don't know, it just won't be deserved. But call me a smark. I don't care. Continuing Raw's top storyline of Titus trying to breach into the New Day, we saw Kofi Kingston hand him a defeat with a Trouble in Paradise, or the SOS, or some type of Jamaican illusion move. But anyway, Titus can't seem to pick up a win to save his life in a match that went on right before the main event for some reason. Not really sure what the story is there or what's going to happen. I can't see this breaking the New Day up. So, all in all, pretty on par with the rest of Raw's blockbuster storytelling. It was also announced that WrestleMania 34 in 2018 would be returning to New Orleans, who hosted WrestleMania 30. As we know, we all saw the defeat of The Undertaker streak there. We saw the rise of Daniel Bryan. John Cena buried in new talent. All in all, a pretty shocking and not shocking WrestleMania. So it'll be good to see them return to New Orleans. And in the main event, we finally got our U.S. title handicap match. Roman Reigns defending his championship against 2 men, Universal Champion Kevin Owens and the Man Chris Jericho, in which Roman Reigns would lose clean. I don't know how to describe this loss because it was a handicap match, but took a powerbomb to the apron and then a code breaker in the ring. And 1, 2, 3, Chris Jericho is your new United States Championship. He's not. Chris Jericho isn't the championship. He's a man who won the belt. He's not a championship belt. He's illustrious, but he's not. Oh god, I'm drowning. What does this mean for the Royal Rumble picture? What does this mean for the main event now that there's only 1 belt on the line? It still ties up both belts. Chris Jericho is going to be with that championship up in the cage. What does this mean? I can see, like, I don't know. I don't know what to say now. Does this mean that Roman goes over? Because this would be the one thing that's been holding that cement down, was the fact that Roman, like, are they going to tie up both belts on one guy? All I know is that 2.5 weeks from now, it'll be a very interesting night at the Royal Rumble. We got a better picture, better idea of how things are set up. We got some more entrants. I think we're almost up to a dozen now. So I'll have a list of all the entrants for tomorrow's hot tag videos. That way you can take a look. But you know, things shaping up a lot for the Royal Rumble. What did you guys think of Monday Night Raw last night? I thought it was alright. It was, you know, about on par with the way Raw's been lately, which is better than it was about a month ago. So no complaints. Very interested to see what they do on SmackDown Live. And SmackDown Live's got three matches already confirmed. Tag belts on the line. They got John Cena taking on Baron Corbin, and Nikki Bella and Natalya, I think, are having a match as well. So very interested to see how that goes. And 205 Live, what's going to happen furthering the developments of Rich Swann and Neville, Jack Gallagher and Daivari, what's going to happen with Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar. Had to find out, see what happens there as well. Just want to remind you guys that we'll be live on Twitch January 29th for the Royal Rumble. Our live viewing party will begin over there at 6 p.m. Eastern. I know it says 7 p.m. Eastern down there, but Royal Rumble will be a 4-hour show deservedly so, given the fact that the Royal Rumble usually takes about an hour and 20 minutes in its own right. So we'll be starting 1 hour early. Very much looking forward to the Royal Rumble. Personally, my favorite pay-per-view of the year. It's a great time. You never know who's going to show up. So I know I'm looking forward to it. If you want to get in, make sure that you are subscribed to us over on Twitch at twitch.tv/neveroverlive. And make sure that you're following us over on Twitter as well, twitter.com/neveroverlive. And make sure you keep it locked right here on YouTube. We'll be posting in a couple weeks the Never Over Live People's Championship poll, where you have the opportunity to predict the Royal Rumble card. Now, I talked about it a little bit, commented on a YouTube video, our last week's Wrestle Recap podcast, with the rules. So, the way that we are doing predictions for the Royal Rumble is we'll be predicting the card as usual. Matches, winners, losers. But when it comes to the Royal Rumble match in particular, if one of the three of us successfully picks the Royal Rumble winner, that person will automatically be deemed Never Over World Champion. It was a stipulation that we thought of probably back around SummerSlam, or as when we were toying with the idea of Never Over Live. And the same rule will apply to you, the viewer. Participating in the People's Championship poll, you'll be able to submit your pick for the Royal Rumble. However, for the three of us, we have an order. Dawson's going to pick first. Brad and I will be facing off in a match at WWE 2K17 that will be probably done in a Wrestle Recap podcast. If not, we'll do it on our own. But you'll be able to see that and see who wins the right to the second choice. The loser would have the third choice, which obviously doesn't favor very well for them. So just a little insight as to how we're going to be doing the Royal Rumble predictions. Of course, we'll be touching on that Thursday in the Wrestle Recap podcast number 11. Let me look at the overlay. Yeah, it says 11. So, yeah. So make sure that you join us not only Thursday, but join us in the coming weeks leading up to the Royal Rumble. So we got all your coverage right here, ready for you. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. What did you guys think of Monday Night Raw last night? Did you like it? Did you not like it? How do you like pro wrestling right now? All I know is I still can't get over Okada and Omega. It's still so good. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.